Dear Diary, today I worked on modeling the front and rear wings of Senna's McLaren MP4. I also focused on adding aerodynamic elements to increase the level of detail in the model. At this point the result still resembles PS1 era graphics, not as an artistic choice, but rather as a side effect of my current level of experience. I'm still learning and the model reflects that stage of the journey. This stage felt very similar to the first part of the project, as well as to my previous cutlery set project. The workflow relied heavily on repeating fundamental operations, extruding, scaling, adding loop cuts, and grabbing vertices. These actions may sound simple, but this is where experience really shines. Everything needs to be precise, and maintaining clean typology is something I'm still struggling with and actively trying to improve. The most challenging area was the rear section of the car, where many metallics and mechanically complex parts are located. Because of my limited experience and the lack of clear reference images, I decided to keep the area relatively simple, adding only essential details instead of forcing complexity that I'm not yet ready to handle. Once the aerodynamics elements were added, the model finally started to resemble the recognizable McLaren silhouette. At the end of the session, I modeled one side mirror and used the mirror modifier to duplicate it onto the opposite side. It's becoming one of the most trusted tools during this project. In the next and final part, I plan to add a simple materials and use the knife tool to define the areas where the famous red paint scheme will appear. Thanks for following me during this learning journey. Keep modeling, keep improving, and see you next time.